seen an interview about, he said that he had a lot of footage had to be the documentary had to be downsized. You understand? I don't really believe that, because a documentary is a documentary. And they could have had 45 minutes, they could have had an hour, to each one of those. You understand? They left out certain things. He said they even left out the one about Sarah Chapman. You understand? And for whatever reason, he probably left out a lot of other different stars too. Situations that they could have spoke about. You understand? I have a problem with the documentary, and I'm just gonna let you know that the reason I have a problem with the documentary is that they know that they took my idea.
If there's one thing 50 Cent has taught us this year, it's that nobody is hating hard enough. Diddy is probably regretting every second he ever crossed paths with 50's baby mama. 50 has been on Diddy's case for years, and trust me, he's not letting up anytime soon.
You understand? They know that when I came to them, I laid out what they should do and how the documentary should be. You understand? She could say whatever she want to say. I talked to those producers before I even talked to her. They wanted to know what I had, what I was bringing, my pictures, all that stuff like that. And I told them about me, Tim, and Kirk. You understand what I'm saying? And how it would go. They did the same thing. This ain't the first time they stole from me, man. If you look at the Notorious Big, if you watch the Notorious Big, that part about the shoes, I had that in my book. And I was talking to K.O. Copeland. He was one of the writers of that movie.
Rumor has it, part 2 of his Netflix documentary is on the way, and it's set to drop some serious heat. Word on the street, it'll allegedly feature exclusive footage of male celebs who got played by Diddy, and Brashear Gray might just be one of them. He's supposedly ready to spill everything about what Diddy and even Will Smith allegedly did to him. Now, most people know 50 Cent finally dropped his long-awaited Diddy doc, and wow, the reactions are wild. Some fans are all the way here for it, soaking up the chaos, while others are clapping back, claiming 50 only made it to get revenge on Diddy for his past mess with Daphne Joy. Drama, secrets, and revenge, this one's stirring up the internet like never before. Now, I'm not here to dig into the why behind this documentary. That part honestly doesn't matter. What matters is that it gave a platform to all the Diddy victims, especially the men he allegedly played, to finally spill the tea. And trust me, they did not hold back.
And I told him about when I let Big use my shoes at Soul Train Award. You had this old flunky ass dude, Mike B, get on Angie Martinez's show and talk about, yo, Big, he wore mixed max shoes and he went out there and performed. When you go look at the film, when you go look at Big performing that on that show, ain't nothing mixed match about them shoes. There was $800 Maury's, size 14D. Big wore a 14E. E means that his shoes is a little wider than mine. He struggled, but he put them motherfuckers on and he went out there and performed. Those was my Gators that he had on. You understand? They did a little skit trying to disrespect me in the movie. You understand?
The first man to come forward was music producer Lil Rod. Most of you already know his name because before this documentary, he had sued Diddy over alleged abuse, and that case still hasn't gone to trial. But in the doc, he went way deeper, dropping details nobody had heard before. Lil Rod said Diddy invited him to Miami to work on his Love album. But the moment he got there, it was nothing but wild parties and non-stop chaos. He revealed that sometimes he would wake up after these nights with a random woman in the bed, and other times it was Diddy lying next to him with barely any clothes on. The way Lil Rod described it, Miami wasn't a studio, it was a trap, a non-stop freak show that left him stunned and speechless. And the worst part? Lil Rod said he would wake up confused, hurting, and with almost no memory of what had gone down the night before. At the time, he couldn't understand why his body felt this way after those wild Miami nights. But after years of reflecting and putting the pieces together, he realized the shocking truth. Diddy was allegedly taking advantage of him while he was out of it, leaving him powerless and shaken.
And if 50 do another one, and I heard he's gonna put it on YouTube or do whatever he's gonna do, Puff ain't gonna have nothing to do with that. Puff ain't gonna have nothing to do to try to stop that because he can't. Because if he could stop it, it would have been stopped. You know why he can't stop it? Because Puff know people right there at Netflix. Don't think he don't. And I don't know if this guy still worked for them, but he was part of the flavor unit, Shakim. He was part of the flavor unit. He was good friends. He was cool with Puff and them. Flavor unit and them, Queen Latifah and them, they was cool with Puff. If Puff would have sent a cease and desist over there and they could do it and he had the power and they wasn't right, they would have been done it. You see it's still rolling, right? It's still going on, right? He ain't got that power no more.
The way Lil Rod described it, those nights were a nightmare he couldn't escape. The crazy part, even after all the back-to-back abuse, Lil Rod stayed with Diddy for a few more months. And mind you, Diddy was allegedly crossing boundaries the entire time. Now, I'm not here to question him. At the end of the day, he's the victim in all this. But let's be real, not everyone was that sympathetic. People out there were talking, saying he stayed because he actually enjoyed the perks and the flashy lifestyle that comes with being tied to someone like Diddy. And just to be clear, those are not my words. This is exactly what the gossip and critics were saying. The drama around this is next level, and it's only getting hotter. Before we even dive into the other victims, fans have been begging 50 Cent for a part 2 of this documentary, this time including Brashear Gray. Rumor has it, Diddy played a huge role in Brashear's downfall, and people are dying to know the truth. If you don't know, this story started with Jaguar Wright, who has been dropping multiple receipts to back up her claims. So here's the tea.
You understand? Now, could he sue them because they used his likeness or used them and stuff like that? I don't know. I'm not that versed in they using him. You understand? If they can steal your whole damn idea, your whole damn ideal, why can't they steal your whole damn intellectual property? That's what they do.
Gene also talked about how Diddy had this weird complex about Tupac and how it dictated almost everything in his life.
I did see the interview that 50 did with Sherry, and he was talking about
Brashear was introduced to Diddy and Will Smith by his manager at the time, Charlie Mack, under the guise of mentorship. Supposedly, Diddy was gonna guide him in music, and Will would help him with acting. But according to Jaguar, it was never really about mentorship. They were allegedly more interested in using him for freaky antics than actually helping his career. The whole situation sounds insane, and it's clear Brashear's story could shake up the industry if it ever comes out in full. What's even crazier, Terrence Howard, Brashear's co-star on Empire, actually came forward and seemed to confirm what Jaguar Wright was saying. And just when you thought this story couldn't get any messier, Jaguar returned with even more explosive details about what Diddy and Will allegedly put Brashear through. But wait, it gets wilder. This time, she dragged Brashear's mom, Andrea Mayberry, into the drama, claiming that Andrea knew exactly what was happening to her son, but allegedly allowed it to happen anyway because she was getting paid. Can you imagine? The whole situation is like a real-life Hollywood nightmare, and people are losing their minds over it.
He didn't release the video about Puff having a kid by Kim Porter's friend, Sarah Chapman. Now, we all know that she used to date Tupac. You understand? So either he got her because he wanted some remnants of Tupac. We don't know. But it seemed like every dude.
Jaguar also claimed that after Cassie's lawsuit went public, Brashear was preparing to file his own massive lawsuit against Diddy, reportedly for $50 million. According to her, Diddy allegedly got wind of it early and pressured him to drop it before it ever became public. That part alone had people stunned because it suggested there was way more happening behind closed doors than anyone realized. Now, when it comes to the lawsuit Jaguar was talking about, many believe she was referring to a $50 million case against both Diddy and Will that Brashear was rumored to be working on at the time.
This lawsuit was first hinted at through a blind item that read, "I suspect the soon-to-step-forward male victim of sexual assault by this A-list mogul will not be the last man to do so, Sean Diddy Combs." Once that resurfaced, the internet went into overdrive. As all of this came back into the spotlight, people started turning on 50 Cent for not including Bashir in the documentary. Many felt Bashir has been ignored throughout this entire Diddy situation, and they believe it's long overdue for his story to be taken seriously.
That he had some kind of disdain, dislike, or that he idolized in a sense. He wanted that girl, or he wanted to be a part of that girl. I don't know why. Yo, bro, this dude was, I don't know if he was in love or in hate for Tupac. He wanted to be an actor. He auditioned I think he auditioned for Juice, but Pac beat him out for that Bishop thing. You understand what I'm saying? He wanted to be a part of that.
Critics started saying no one should ever feel pressure to sacrifice their dignity or safety just to survive in the industry, and they blamed powerful figures for creating that environment. Things took an even darker turn after the documentary dropped. A video went viral showing Bashir visibly emotional after police were reportedly called to his home over concerns for his well-being. People believe the documentary triggered him emotionally, reopening wounds that were never healed. The moment shook viewers and sparked serious conversations about the long-term damage these situations can cause. Anyway, back to the documentary. 50 Cent didn't just focus on the men. He also brought in some of Diddy's female victims, including Aubrey O'Day from Danity Kane.
Just go, and not so many years ago, when Puff started getting into that drugs and started using drug stuff, he started revamping some of Tupac's speeches. And if you think I'm lying, go look at the Grammy speech he did. Go look at a couple of speeches he did. It was the same exact words Tupac had said. That he was gonna start this whole revolutionary of our people. That's Tupac. Black Lives Matter, the Black Liberation Movement, that was Pac. The Black Liberation Movement. Black Lives Matter.
Aubrey has been speaking out about her experiences with Diddy long before any of this blew up, so it wasn't shocking to see her show up. But just like Lil Rod, she dropped some new jaw-dropping details that had everyone shook. She revealed that she read an affidavit from a witness who claimed they saw Diddy allegedly saying her name while she was unconscious. Aubrey says she has no memory of this moment, and honestly, she's grateful she doesn't remember. But according to the witness, they are 100% sure it was Aubrey they saw being targeted.
Yeah, should they speak up now?
It's getting a little too late for those who are complicit. Stevie J should be charged. Mary J. Blige should also be charged. Jennifer Lopez should definitely be charged. Jay-Z should be charged. Khaled should be charged. Rick Ross should be charged. Usher should be charged and tried with him. Or for Justin Bieber alone.
On top of that, Aubrey exposed shocking emails Diddy allegedly sent her when she was under 18, where he expressed a desire to get close to her. The documentary showed that the web of abuse was far wider than anyone realized, and her testimony sent waves through the internet.
House. All of those strangers, them up involved, looking around, seeing what was going on. And let's just be clear, it sounds like her house was a house of, professional freak-offs. So who knows what he saw or what could have happened to him while she was busy entertaining people and pouring and getting tips, as she would say, for her after-hour life.
Oh, yeah. He was, I'm going to say he was surprised to hear that.
School bus driver. No, was he surprised or was he like, zip it, you talking too much?
Diddy is still a long way from redemption, and if the rumors are true that 50 Cent will feature Bashir Gray in season 2 of this documentary, it could be the final nail in his coffin. As always, people had their opinions. One person said, "This has to stop. This young man is being violated right in front of our eyes, and nobody is helping. Where is his mentor, Will Smith? Another added, this kid needs a break. These young people get into the industry with no support.
Yeah. But that wasn't all. Just to hear Little Rod say, like, the boys were around. Roger Bonds talked about the children as well. What kind of parenting relationship is that? But then again, that goes back to the conversation of Lori Harvey, Steve Harvey's daughter. It was all known that she was spotted in them streets with Justin, and then she was spotted in them streets with Diddy, and they all tried to sit there and pretend like that wasn't what it was. Like, I don't know if anybody has not noticed, but ever since Diddy got pinched, they've all been trying to pretend like all of the stuff that we've seen that happened, that they was all involved in.
No real love, no loyalty, just all about the money. When that's gone, they're gone. Sad. I pray he finds someone who actually cares and can show him a better direction. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about 50 Cent allegedly making a documentary about Brashear Gray? And do you really think Brashear was targeted by Diddy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button, share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of the hottest celebrity scandals.